All right, guys, welcome to Bermuda and welcome to my first ever PGA Tour event.
You traded the camera in for the clubs. He's gonna be teeing it up just when he thought that I was gonna be the only one getting PGA Tour vlogs. George is gonna get his own this week.
How about that? So I'm excited. Like, I haven't wrapped my mind around what is happening this week, but today it's Monday, Pro-Am day. We're gonna go our separate ways. You're gonna play your Pro-Am, I'm gonna play mine. I'm just excited to be here to compete, to play.
Wait, are you going for another fist bump? Hold on,
glove on glove. There you go. Let's go. So guys, get locked in. This is day one of the PGA Tour debut. Let's go. This week, I'm making my PGA Tour debut at the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. I'm teeing it up against some of the best players in the world for a chance to win over $1 million and a spot in the Masters. Guys, get your coffee, get your chai, then let's go. Yeah, two biggest fans.
Shot.
Wow.
All right, so one hole into my first ever Pro-Am as a participant in the event, and we got a birdie, so we're 1 for 1. And of course we have, you know, mom and dad cheering like it's a tournament. And I'm out here in a Pro-Am. G3 is tough to be contained. Now it's great, he's very encouraging, but at the same time when he's whistling and hollering for a birdie at a Pro-Am, Dad, what are you doing? But no, anyway, it's 1 for 1. Can we birdie all 18 holes in a Pro-Am? Oh, 235, 240 uphill, 17, so it's only 260. Cover that. Everyone, the real MVP of this week, meet Kamiko Smith. He's gonna be caddy from this week. Heck of a player. He's played in this event twice, so he's got 2 more PGA Tour events under his belt than I do. But he's a local, stud of a player. So welcome to the team and the chaos this week.
I'm here for it.
I don't know if you're prepared for what. Now I'm just kidding. No, it's gonna be. When I heard that he was available this week, it was a no-brainer. So Kamiko Smith is going to be the reason we play well this week. Well, part of the reason, most of the reason. Not gonna give you all, but most.
Some of it, but no. George is striking it well, so looking forward to it.
All right, so we're 11 holes into my first ever, not my first ever Pro-Am I played, and this will be the 3rd one, but the first one actually competing in the event. So this is my first official practice round on the PGA Tour. I mean, I'm feeling good. The game's good. You guys are seeing it. Mentally, it'll be like I'm in good spirits, like I'm confident and I'm comfortable. You know, having played here in the YouTube Championship honestly helped a lot. So I'm excited. Game feels good. The key for this week is going to be keeping up this confidence that I have, despite feelings of being nervous, uncomfortable, but more than anything, just having fun and enjoying this week, regardless of shots and outcomes. And the game is good, so if we can have fun, who knows what can happen. But one thing is for sure, like I said in the Q School video, I want to have the most fun out of anyone in this field this week. I don't care what happens. If I can have the most fun, that's a win. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go.
We're gonna have some fun.
See?
Have some fun.
That's why I hired him.
Have some fun.
Well guys, welcome to another Bryan Bros TV video, and we're gonna have a little 1v1, 9 holes at a PGA Tour course from a PGA Tour event.
Let's get right into it.
Exciting news, we have Future Fuels Power Innovations coming along, teaming up with us this week and being a part of Bryan Bros here in Bermuda, so excited about that. Local company, so shout out to those guys.
George and I, we both are electric vehicle drivers. So their big thing is charging stations and having them more accessible. So we currently go to Tesla superchargers. Well, these chargers, they also run on the same voltage and able to charge the car just as fast. But what they'll help you do is there's obviously some grants that you can get. There's some tax incentives that go along with it. They also service the stations and all that stuff. So anyway, they're just really good buds of ours and coming along this journey this week here in Bermuda. So we're excited to have them on board. And actually, it came together kind of last minute, and my shirts are actually in the embroidery shop here. I think it's called like Island Embroidery here on Bermuda. So my shirts are gonna be here by tomorrow evening.
This is G3 voltage, inspired by Future Fuels. You just need some.
How you guys doing? Did y'all enjoy following us along on the PGA Tour at both of us? Same tournament. You know, this is in the past and y'all are watching, knowing the results. So I feel like it had to have been pretty cool. I know it's been cool for us and it'll be cool to look back on this experience like, wow, me and Wesley played in the same PGA Tour event together, competed head to head. Hopefully the results turn out in our favor, but if they don't, thank y'all for supporting. So we're 7 holes into a practice round, 6.5, 7, whatever. One would think, okay, we need to grind and get yardages, get like chipping areas, hit a lot of balls, hit a lot of chips, but I think personally me, that could act not in my favor. I think keeping something like this a light, relaxed, we're filming a match, we're doing what we usually do, have fun, and keep the emphasis on playing golf, having fun, versus trying to find every nook and cranny on the golf course and getting technical and what, you know, PGA Tour players, quote unquote, would do in a practice round. So I think that's gonna be a big key for me this week, is if I can stay and keep and play my own game, do what works for me and not try to conform to what like PGA Tour players or other people think should be done in practice rounds. Be in for a good week. Game feels good. So I'm excited. Let's go. Fist bump counter, probably 5 or 6 today. Blue water, that's sick. Practice round for Wesley is done. Hey, thanks for walking me around. First official practice round. This Tuesday is kind of complete with
it's
you,
complete
with
for
you
me.
and I, yeah. But don't worry, we're not done yet. That was fun. Game looks good, but hey, we're in Bermuda. It doesn't matter what you shoot because it's beautiful. It's all about having fun. Have a good rest. And we'll see you later. We got the winds right to left. Dang it. That's such a beautiful swing.
That's my joke.
No, I thought it was like left to right then too for some reason. No, it doesn't make sense. That's just what I thought in my head. Also, I'm here to compete. My game is good enough to play well and compete with these guys, and so I'm gonna have a lot of fun, but also I'm very curious, excited to see what my game looks like stacked up against some of the best players in the world.
Wesley, we'll come to you, proud of your older brother playing in his first event, and what do you sort of look at this week like?
I'll tell you, my expectation is pretty simple. I know that he's more than likely going to strike the ball above average to wildly above average, comparatively speaking, to these guys out here. I've seen it for a lot of years. It's nice that he actually gets the opportunity now to do it. And he's rolling the ball on like another planet right now. Now, sometimes things can fall apart from time to time in small subsets, like at Q School this past week.
Very small subsets, right?
There was a lot of big numbers on the card, but he still got through. So I think weathering those little storms that are going to come up mentally, I don't know how that's going to go because it's a little bit more of a magnifying glass out here. But as far as expectations, I wholeheartedly think that if he plays well, he has just as good a chance as anybody in the field. Will it happen? Probably not. Am I pulling for it? Absolutely.
And what about your own game? I know you played here twice and you missed the cut both times, unfortunately. I hate to say that, but
okay, can we get this guy out of the room? Can we get a new person asking the questions?
Having had a couple of tournaments played around here, what do you need to do to get those 4 rounds in?
Let's see. I don't remember the first time I was here, but I probably was hitting it horrible. I do remember last year being here and trying to keep a golf ball on the island was a tall task. So I'm definitely hitting the ball a little bit better. I struggled for a couple years. There's no secret, but I feel like my game right now is in a much better place than it was last year. Just need to get the ball in the fairway and make a couple putts, and I think we'll be all right.
Well, I'm going to bring the positives now. You are a PGA Tour winner, and you have had a top 10 this season. And it was on an island.
It was.
Huh. Well, I wonder why.
Well, George was caddying for me.
There we go.
And we did have the YouTube squad rolling deep there, so we are going to try and bring back the island vibes here.
Yeah. Anything else? I'm here all week. So thank y'all.
Thanks.
Good week. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Guys, welcome to Wednesday. Pro-Am day. We get 9 holes. The team gets 9 holes with me, back 9 with Wesley, so we're split up today. But it's pretty cool, so we'll see. We'll check back in and see which Bryan the guys like better, me or Wesley. We all know the answer. But no, it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be, pros are going to play their ball out, play for score. Par is our partner, though, which is kind of nice. And I think the best thing about today is it's probably the windiest it's been out of a different direction. So come tomorrow, we'll be, hopefully, in theory, prepared with all the wind directions. So lock in. Let's go win a Pro-Am. Let's go.
Let's have a great week in Bermuda.
See you.
George, nice to meet you.
There you go.
And I gotta keep the score. No pressure.
Do what you normally do, just make it up as you go along.
I do. That is the way to do it.
The pro for this group is George Bryan.
113.99 front. 113. I mean, I literally can't see anything. 130? All right. I mean, it just looks like it's like 115.
It looks shorter, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's 99 to the front, so I mean, 105 front. I'll trust your 130 number. Full sandwich. All right, cheerio. So as you hear in the wind, a little windier today, which is good. But number two, really the main focus for today's practice round for me will be getting dialed in on the greens, the speeds, because they've gotten faster each and every day. The first putt in here from the Pro-Am, I hit it like 12 feet by. And I've been doing that, you know, not often, but enough throughout the first 3 days here where I'm like, probably need to hone in the speed a little bit, because as the week goes on, they are gonna get faster. And as y'all saw in the Q School video, like having good speed is so important, and it frees you up and it like allows you to make aggressive strokes knowing that your speed is good. So that's what we're gonna be looking for today. Goal number one. Goal number two, have fun. Keep enjoying the week, getting closer to crunch time. Starting to get a little more nervous, a little more excited, but one day at a time, one step at a time, and that's all you can do. I've currently made 1 par, 2 pars, 3 pars, so I'm even par. Maybe I've hit pretty good. Our team though drove the first green and made an eagle and 2 pars. So as a team, we're 2 under. I'm even hopeful that I can make some birdies for these guys. Birdie counter 1 more than Wesley will probably have today. So. What we do. 2 birdies, 2 under through 5 holes. Team is now, I believe, eagle, 2 birdies, 4 under through 5. Let's go, making a run. Hey, let's go.
Grab us.
Par 5 incoming, 2 under still for me. Team is 4 under. Pretty good. Wind's up. Yeah, get some good holes with this wind. 7, 8, 9. Dead into the fan. Could be tough. Tournament time, you make pars on playing even to be great, but we need some birdies for this team. Stretch, 8, 9. We get that speed a little better. Still hitting far behind today. I get used to this greens being faster. There we go. But yeah, -3. Wesley's got a tough task. He's got following his big brother's footsteps.
Well, tried to birdie the last 2.
Hey, birdie, you got 1 birdie.
I know, I got 1, but man, that one felt like a birdie.
Well, I won the birdie game today, 3 for me. I'll use your side. I'll give you that. 1 for you.
I mean, the wind wasn't blowing this morning.
It absolutely was.
No, dude, I was eating breakfast
whatever.
up there on the patio, and it was like calm.
Hey, good job.
Good job winning the birdies game today.
And yesterday. And tomorrow.
And yesterday. And Monday.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Men and women.
tomorrow at 1:09 p.m., I'll officially be PGA Tour player. Practice rounds are done.
Yeah, mine didn't exactly feel like practice rounds. They felt like rounds.
But yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we played, got some good work in. I'm as prepared as I can be.
How are the nerves, the jitters, the excitement level, the curiosity factor, the worry? Where are we at mentally?
I'd say interesting. 5 out of 10. I'm not the last week you're the Beast George. I think tomorrow morning when I get here, I will be a little nervous, excited, but honestly more excited than nervous. Like I've talked about it with you guys. My goal this week is to have as much fun, the most fun confident out of anyone in the field. I'm gonna be nervous, yes, but regardless of what I shoot, it's gonna be a learning experience. It's gonna be something I can build on, and I really think playing good enough to compete with these guys. So that's the mindset I'm going. I'm not going into it trying to make a cut or just like, oh, I just want to shoot 2 nice rounds. No,
like I said, I think your game's in a really good spot. So I want you to give us a quick assessment. Right now it's Wednesday, so you've got 3 days to look at it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I want to know where your driving is, where your irons are, where your wedges are, where your chipping is, and where your putting is.
Putting, solid 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Okay. It's good. Chipping, I hit every green day in the Pro-Am, so didn't chip much.
So that's 10 out of 10 for chipping, especially with a 54 degree, we know.
We have the irons. Today wasn't as, I didn't hit as many, great shots, but...
No, we're looking at 3 days body of work here, not just today.
We're saying, 8 out of 10 irons.
Oh! So you mean to tell me your irons are feeling as good as your putter?
Yes, they're better. The irons were better than they were last week at first stage.
Ooh, okay.
Driver, I hadn't hit a lot of drivers. My 3-iron is absolutely dialed. It's going to be a weapon. Driver, for me, again, my standards are high, 7 out of 10. But
for
everyone else, that's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, okay.
So all that, yes, if I can just go in it and see that these 3 days I've played and first stage and pre-qualifying, my game has been good. If I can just fall on that, rest on that.
I think you just need to come in here overly confident. I think tomorrow you need to walk through the doors and start chanting,
buddy, I'm
the
here.
Year of the Beast. I'm here. Y'all idiots, get out of the way because this freight train's coming through.
So that's a good one to end on. How you feel? Well, sorry.
Oh, I'm playing in a tournament too.
How
Well, last week the back was an absolute shambles. This week my knees have swollen up the size of grapefruits, so can't been down to read putts. Haven't been hitting it particularly amazing. Missed every putt I looked at this week, and
ready to rock and roll, huh?
help. Help! No, but in all seriousness, there's a level of dog inside of me, I think is there, to where it doesn't matter. This guy can be on cloud 9 over the moon. And y'all saw how the Monday qualifier went. I didn't have it. I didn't need to have it. And still was able to find a way. So that's kind of where we're at. Mentally, great spot. Physically, I don't know, questionable to horrible.
All right, let's go play in a PJ Tour event. And shout out to you guys watching this right now, making it through this 3 or 4 minute little interview. But again, we wanted to get real. We wanted to just document and tell our feelings and experiences and not just show highlights of golf. And this is what this is. So I guess see you tomorrow. And
Butterfield Bermuda Championship.
Let's go. Oh gosh.
Camera. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 12:47 tee time. On the tee from Columbia, South Carolina, please welcome Wesley Bryan. Woo! Go Wesley! Beauty.
Nice shot.
That he almost made that. That's literally right next to the pin.
Is it?
Wesley stuck it to a foot on one.
Of course I did. Of course he did. Good done, Garmin. Good luck today. I appreciate it done. Well, it's time. See you on the other side. Whew. Let's go.
We were told this is the better looking Bryan, yes?
Yes. How we doing?
Good, good.
See you.
This is the 109 tee time. On the tee from Aiken, South Carolina, please welcome George Bryan.
Good guy, George! Yes, George! Woo! Very well done.
Play well, play well, George.
2 shots there, Carney. I just want to be a fly on the wall in the sub chat right now. I might pull it up at some point today.
Dude, it's unbelievable. The thing has exploded.
Yeah. Anything that close to the green, we're not taking chipper anytime this week.
Do your magic, brother. Do your magic.
I'm gonna hit 3-wood again probably today. Might as well get like a little practice round in for it. Yeah, I can't wait to debrief after this round. Like I was like floating on that first tee box. Everything was good like going into the ball, and then started walking into the ball to hit it, and like everything went way more weird than like usual. Then I was like, well, take it back slow and see what happens.
Oh, wow. Nice shot. Yeah.
Good par, George.
Things have taken a wild turn here. 4 penalty strokes in my last 3 full swipes at it. A couple unforeseen out of bounds balls, but a lot of birdies to be made.
Good bird, George. Let's go. Nice putt, George.
Go, bro. Love to see it.
Good bird, George.
Good round update here.
It's really good. Great shot, George. Yeah, good par, George. Thoughts on George's 2-under PGA Tour debut, first round on tour, under par?
I mean, to be fair, it's good. Given the benign conditions in a golf course that he was familiar with after being here a few weeks ago, I'm slightly disappointed. I expected better for him. But to be able to handle it all, shoot under par, and still be kind of in the golf tournament, well, lost a lot of ground today, but kind of in the golf tournament on the cut line, whatever you want to call it, is nice and absolute success. I'll tell you, I was sitting up here on the 18th hole for his little shot that spun back down. Didn't see one ball spin all day. And I literally just from the same exact spot, I had 99 yards, hit a little sand wedge that landed right next to the hole, spun back to like 2 or 3 feet, tapped it in, and George's ball landed basically the same thing, pin high, and went 55 yards down the hill. So that was a little weird to see, but I'd say all in all, I'm extremely proud of them. I'm also excited they finished tonight and didn't have to come back in the morning. I don't know if is the camera showing how dark it is out here?
Yeah, you couldn't see the hole in the last putt.
Yeah, okay, perfect. But I think that tomorrow, wind's not really supposed to blow that much in the morning. Green should be fresh and perfect. Should be able to hopefully make a little bit of a push tomorrow.
Let's freaking go. I'm exhausted. I can't think. Boy, oh boy, we shot in the 60s. First PGA Tour event. First round on the PGA Tour. Got the 60 streak continue. That's first stage 3 is 4 in a row. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8:29 tee time. Please welcome from Aiken, South Carolina, George Bryan IV.
Go, George.
Yay.
There we go, Georgie.
Shot, George.
It's so good.
Nice putt, George.
Good putt, George. Good par, George. Let's go, George! Great shot, George.
Hey, best 54 chipper on YouTube.
What's up, you freaking dog? Let's go, Hoss.
That's what dogs do. They snap hook it off the tee. They get a great break. They have the cart path. It goes another 40 yards up there, 65 yards in, and 6 feet. Cash. There's still a chance they miss the cut, which is the more disappointing part.
Atta baby.
Mm. Let's go, George!
I appreciate it. I mean, I think 6 and up, just based on the cut line. I mean, you can't make it up.
Terrible too, for the most part.
I mean, you can't make it up.
There's the sign one there, and then there's 2 to practice with.
Oh, thank you.
Well, guys, 69, 68. Wesley shoots 64. Can't make it up. Thank you guys for the support. Like, you guys watching, commenting, sending messages. Y'all the reason I'm here. All y'all support.
How about our boy Georgie? How about it?
I mean, yeah.
Could you honestly, again, people think that we rig the YouTube stuff occasionally, like that YouTube championship here, people thought it was rigged. The match that Grant and I played, they thought it was rigged. It just, I'm telling you, weird stuff happens.
We'll talk more later, but like it really is you guys. We'll take a little break, pause the video. Thank y'all. Like, I'm here because of y'all, and will not be the last time. Y'all, like, might be kind of inspired. This might be golf 2 point, like, I might be more inspired. No, I'm not. I don't want to. Maybe. I don't know. Game's good.
Was he taking like time just to like thank everybody for watching? Is he getting like all sentimental and stuff on us? He's so soft. That's why he couldn't handle the heat coming down the stretch. The dog showed up when it needed to show up on the back nine, didn't it, Carney?
Well, everyone, can you read that? You're the Beast. Bryan Bros have officially both made the cut. Are you kidding me? I just made the cut in my PGA Tour debut. Rounds of 69, 68. I'll be playing the weekend in a tour event. I'll be cashing a check in a PGA Tour event. It legitimately doesn't seem real. Before we move on, shout out to everyone at the Butterfield Bermuda Championship for giving me an opportunity, giving me a spot, taking a risk on a guy who films YouTube videos and plays some professional golf to get a spot into the tournament and compete. Without you guys, I would not be doing this right now. So thank you guys for the opportunity. I'm trying to make the most of it, and by golly, we're 1-for-1 cuts made. It still doesn't feel real. It feels like a dream. Today we'll probably have to do a whole other separate video where we go into like the mental and what I was thinking and the feelings of this, because I really don't I really can't get them out. But today it was pretty stressful the whole day, but nothing more than Q school, if we're being honest. Like, pretty nervous on the first hole, but I got settled into the round, even though it was 2 over, you know, pretty early. 2 over through 8, bogeyed both the par 3s, which are very difficult, by the way. But I knew deep down, somewhere inside of me, I was like, hey, George, you played the front 9 great. You have a par 5 coming up. Like, just stay patient. You never know. Like, you knew that starting the day, 5 under, 6 under was gonna be the cut. So, stuck to my guns, hit 3-iron off the tee on 17. The most beautiful carny cut 3-iron you've ever seen to 20 feet and cash it for eagle. And that point, it piqued my interest. Got us to 2 under for the tournament, and I was like, like, what if you shoot 3 under on the back 9? I don't know, what if? So we go to 1, dumb decision off the tee at 6-iron, shoot at 5-iron. Don't ask me about it. We made a good par. Number 2, bomb drive, beautiful 3-iron right into the neck of the green, and then pretty good chip shot, but the putt. Kamiko, my caddy, had that putt previously in a tournament, or maybe last year. He's like, hey, it doesn't break as much left as you think. And I was like, screw it, we're gonna trust it. We'll go right center. Played it right center, goes a little left, then hangs back right, then dead center. Perfect read, gets me to 3 under for the tournament. Okay. All right. Good shot on 4. Or sorry, good shot on 3. Good shot into 4. Like 2 like solid shots. And then we stick it to 5 feet, 4 feet on hole number 5. Gets us to 4 under. And at this point, I know everyone in the gallery was thinking, they're checking their phones. Cut line. And then had a really great up and down on 6. Didn't hit a good wedge shot. But then 7, just beautiful drive into the wind. Little uncomfy drive, for being honest. But we sacked up. We hit a good drive in the fairway. And then Miko was like, how do I hit 4-iron, 3-iron? I don't know. 4-iron from 210 yards into the wind, uphill. I knew never was going to get there, but it took, in my mind, long right, long left out of the equation. But Kamiko was like, hey, it's in the wind. Like, you're not going over. Hit the 3-iron. Like, just sack up and do it. And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like, if I miss it right, who cares? If I miss it left, who cares? Let's just hit a good shot. Let's just make a swing. And we hit this 3-iron to the center of the green, and which is big because like I wasn't feeling great about it, but I was like, screw it. Let's trust it. Let's commit to it. And then the putt, I thought I cashed it. But anyway, this gets us to 5 under par, 2 remaining, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? And man, to par 17, and then Wesley, the whole camera crew that's following Wesley and kind of our stuff this week shows up because, of course, Wesley shoots 7 under and gets himself tied with me. And I'm like, you can't make this up. So anyway, made a great par, and we sweated it out the rest of the afternoon, but we made the cut on the number. I know this is long, this is rambling, but again, guys, this is a unique situation, a unique tournament, and we're not gonna just do highlight. No, we're gonna get the raw, the unfiltered, the sit down, the 5-minute spiels, and you can skip to the tournament golf if you want. But that's today. 68 gets us to the weekend. But the work is not done. We're not satisfied. I mean, we are, but at the same time, why not shoot 65 or something, 65 69, or do something crazy to get maybe in the top 10 or get some high finish. I don't know, but we're not stopping here at the made cut. But guys, we did it. Step 1 is complete. See y'all in the morning. Everyone, welcome to Saturday on the PGA Tour, featuring
the weekend. It's not just Saturday.
The weekend.
They're gonna give us 2 more rounds for free, featuring
me and Wesley. Hey, first PGA tournament, first made cut. Your 5th cut in 6 events, so you're playing well, but 64 for Wesley. We didn't get, yesterday was hectic, so tell us about your round.
First off, we need to pause and rub Michael Morris's name through the mud a little bit. All he does is comment about all my miscuts. George just brought up 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
it should be 7 in a row. The 2 cuts I've missed in the last 7
by 1,
or were by 1 stroke, and by unforeseen circumstance on the last hole. But this was actually a pretty unforeseen circumstance yesterday.
Go through, give us a little. You shot 64 to make the cut on the number. That's some good playing. Give us like a 30-second to a minute recap. Just tell them how you played.
Okay, so I started off, I missed a couple good birdie looks on the first 2. Things got warmed up
so
on my third hole.
You're like, wow, I need a low one today, and then I missed these 2 putts. It's over.
Yeah, I had a couple good looks, and I was like, man, I got to make a lot of them. Got to make a lot, and we've missed a couple opportunities. So anyway, I brushed one in on 12, which was nice. Gave it right back on 13, my 4th hole. Hard hole, bogeyed it twice in a row now.
Me too.
And then I get to 15, I believe. Yeah, 15. Things turn around. Horrible tee shot. Think I've hit it off the cliff. Get up there.
You made birdie from there?
Oh yeah. Of course I made birdie.
I saw you hit it from like the side of a hill.
And then finally made one of my first, and I'm telling you, I've been hitting it pretty poor. I've just been kind of like staying in it mentally. Physically haven't really had it, but hit a absolute delightful shot on 16. Brushed that one in. 17, again, right when things turn the corner, pump one right in the middle of the hazard on 17.
You hit the hazard on 17?
Oh, I mean, left center of the hazard. It was the prettiest high hook in the middle of the hazard you've ever seen. I drop it, hit hybrid to 8 feet, lip it out.
You
almost made birdie, yes. And then on 18, I hit a good drive. It's leaking a little bit right. It goes up, it kicks right, just like in the daggum YouTube championship. Except it kicks forward, goes up into the side of the bunk. It's not in the bunker, and so I'm having to hit it like a baseball. Hit a great shot. It rolls back. It almost, dude, it's almost goes close with all the rolls all the way back down the hill. So then I 2-putt from 40 feet. So then I make the turn.
You're like, I don't know what to think of myself.
I make a great birdie on the first hole. Second hole, hit it. It's not cutting. Plug in the lip of the bunker. So now I'm like, I got to shoot at least 5 under on this back 9 to make the cut. And I've got off to a great start, and now I've just plugged it in the bunker. So then I make par there, flag it on the next hole, flies the green. So now I'm like, I got to go 4 under from here to the house.
And you did.
And then I'm about to hit the stretch of holes, of which I went 6 over in 4 holes, but I now know that I got to play them an immense amount of under par.
This gets even better. This is amazing.
So then my hole that I made triple yesterday, 3-wood right down the middle. I'm fist pumping, walking off the tee. I'm like, come on, baby. Little 4-shot swing on myself there, make birdie. Dude, go to the next hole, flag a wedge. I don't know if the wind messed up or something, but anyway, it came up 25 feet short. That's where I saw you miss that putt, then birdied 3 of the last 4, which is highlighted by the absolute duck hook off the last hole.
Dude,
rides up the cart path, and again, shout out to the Grant Horvat match, where I hit the cart path in his match, and it rolled all the way back down. I had 6-iron. Well, today, or yesterday, I hit it. If you just zoom in right back here.
Yeah, you had like lob wedge.
I was right here, right behind where we're at. I had 62 yards. Hit it to 5 feet, brushed it in for bird, gave it a little fist pump, knew that I had a chance, walked back, brought George to the barn, par in the last hole, ended up making the cut on the number. So here we are.
That was the longest 32nd minute recap, but you guys are going, see my recap straight into what this recap. But anyway, the golf.
Yeah, they needed to hear it.
I know they did. I agree. You weren't around yesterday. You just kind of left. But today, Saturday, 2 more rounds to make some birdies. We went the leaderboard. So I guess we're about to see what this PGA Tour weekend life's all about. Play well. I'll see you out there. He's right in front of us. So we're going to see me in the video and also Wesley in the video.
So the whole thing is about getting every single shot of George on camera here at the Butterfield.
I agree, but at the same time, I want you to be in there.
No, I know. Flick and zoom. Yeah. He can flick. Carney can flick and zoom.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to warm up. Let's play well. George, play well.
See ya.
See you out there.
Now on the tee from Aiken, South Carolina, please welcome George Bryan IV. Come on, George.
Yep, good ball.
Yeah, George. What's he doing?
I think you guys are tied.
Can't shake the guy, can I? How we doing?
Good.
How we doing, right?
Listen, my guy.
Hey.
Established or dominance?
I'm
Big brother.
Wesley's scrappy though.
Big. Don't worry about it. Big brother, you stay up here, okay?
par.
This was your fault. I wanted to hit 4-iron. You told me to hit 3-iron, and I hit 3-iron over here. The provisional 4-iron was pin high on the green, 20 feet. FYI. So shut up. I'm just kidding. It was his fault, but he's done great.
Yeah, he takes blame for that one.
Sit. Hit it. Hit it.
Good call, caddy. Good call, caddy. Good call, caddy. Yeah!
Let's go. So that was all caddy design, you know. Put him on the edge, and when he activates, he does his thing. And he did his thing.
Good par.
Dude, George hits it close on 8. I hear everybody go nuts. I'm assuming it's a tap in. So then I was like, well, crap. I got to now birdie the last hole and hope that George makes par. I did my part. And then I get up here and find out that George missed. And I did see a video the chip in was going entirely too fast, just crashing in the flag. Yeah, George! Woo! That is so disappointing. I hit it awful today. I hit it horrible. And just kept scratching and clawing. Got off to a rip-roaring start. Birdie the first 3, hot out of the gate. George was hot out of the gate. I thought it was gonna be something special. And then I missed the hole I'm looking at right there. Hole 14. I had like 7 feet straight up the hill. Actually, it was a little left to right, but the wind was blowing hard off the right, so I assumed it was gonna be straight. And then it just low lip. And then 16, half shanked it off the tee. And then made bogey there. 17, pumped it in the has again for the second straight day. Another par there. 18, got about as lucky as any human could ever get. Spun it back down. You know, George spun it off the green first round. I did the same thing, except mine stopped on the fringe. And then I missed a short straight uphill putt on 10 for birdie. And then I missed very good look on 11 for birdie. And then missed one on 12 for birdie. Then missed one on 13 for birdie. Then missed a itty bitty one on 14 for birdie. And then I missed one on 15 for birdie. And then my 16th hole, George's eagle hole. I missed a itty bitty one for eagle there. 17 was interesting. Did you see the bunker shot? You didn't get a good look at it? Mm-hmm. Pretty straightforward. Into the wind. Not a lot of green to work with. Drop the hands down. Get nice and low to try and pop the thing up quick. And it turns out I exposed a little too much of the hosel. Shank, cold shank, squirted 45 degrees right, went over the green to the right. And right after I did that, I'm walking to my ball and I hear everybody go absolutely bananas, knowing that George just chipped in from absolute jail central station for eagle. And I felt the tides turn because I think I had a 3-shot lead at that point. Then I was like, wow, I got to make like a 5-footer for bogey just to not be losing. And then I clutched up birdie the last hole, screamed George, see ya.
Not stressed at all. Completely normal. Just like playing the YouTube championship. Really? That was something. Got word Wesley shot 68 birdies last hole, clipped me by 1 after I had the miraculous chip in. But today was a grind. You guys saw it. Like, I've been kind of striping it the last couple months at Q School and stuff, but like today was different. I had to like mentally, stay positive, but also like stand over every shot with wind, not super comfortable. And to do what I did, shoot 269, keep the 60 streaks alive. That was special. It really was. Like, that was cool. Thank y'all for watching round number 3 in its entirety. Shoo! Let's go. Well, everyone, welcome to round number 4 here at Bermuda. Winds are supposed to be up a little more than yesterday, opposite direction, which will be fun. We've had basically 3 the similar winds the first 3 days, but today will be completely opposite, so the course will play different, which I kind of like today's wind direction better. It fits some of the holes. I don't know, it's gonna be fun, but we're gonna take Wesley's advice. We're playing with house money this week. Like, were we really supposed to make the cut? Like, probably not, but we did. Played good yesterday, shot 69, we moved up the leaderboard, so let's go out there and freewheel it. Let's try to keep moving up the leaderboard and not try to like, oh, let's just be respectful. No, let's make some birdies. Let's move up the leaderboard. Let's be aggressive when possible, or when it makes sense. Play conservative when it makes sense. Play my game, but most importantly, have fun. Enjoy taking, the final round of a PGA Tour event. My first ever PGA Tour event, so like, that's the goal. Have fun, but also believe that I belong here and believe that I can shoot a low number. So let's go out and do it. Let's see what happens. Deep breaths. And let's go.
The goal today is to climb as many spots as possible. No, let's be honest. The goal is to beat George. So if I shoot 79 and he shoots 79 and I end up beating him by 1 for the tournament, that's a success. But if I shoot 65 today or lower, chances of George beating me drastically decrease. Chances for a little more FedEx Cup points drastically increase. So we're gonna go to battle. We'll check back in with y'all in about 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8:15 tee time. Please welcome from Columbia, South Carolina, Wesley Bryan.
This is the 8:45 tee time from Aiken, South Carolina. Please welcome George Bryan IV. Good luck, gentlemen. Play well.
That's the show I get? Sheesh. Is that for bird? Must have delivered a strike off the tee. By the way, I just got done making one of the softest bogeys that this universe has ever seen on my last hole. Brutal. Did you run out of gas?
I went over, playing awful. At the same time, like,
Oh, I shot 4 under playing awful. Like, what? You should be better than me. Mr. 60s is over, unless you make a hole in one.
no,
Thought I was gonna perfect rack the par 3s today, and then this hole, very difficult. Hit a beautiful 6-iron. 20 yards left of the green where you have to hit it because the wind was blowing 40 miles an hour left to right, and the wind just never really touched it. Ended up just left of the green. Wasn't able to chip it in, so it's a hard finishing hole. George needs to make birdie, doesn't he? He can't shoot over par. We can't afford that. I feel like that just like damages the reputation and hurts the brand if he shoots over par, right?
I think he's even.
No, he said he's 1 over.
You're 1 over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a brand manager, I'm telling him to make birdie on this hole. I mean, I'll tell you what. That's the first in-action driver I've seen this week out of George, and that was nice. I mean, I had to have looked like a 6 handicap off the tee this week. It also feels good. Like, I knew what the situation I was riding back into. I checked up on George a good bit today, and I just knew that basically when he was teeing off on 7, that math wasn't in his favor. He had lost the math battle at that point. We collected a dub this week. Some would say the tournament within the tournament, but when I knew we were both competing, the tournament, the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, as a whole, didn't matter really at all compared to this tournament, this 1v1 that George got to have with an absolute dog that took him down this week. Now, yeah, was there like 30 or 40 people that took it to me this week? Sure, absolutely. It feels good to just gloat in this moment. George's got all this support. He's hitting it great. He's got the support of everybody out here cheering him on. Still gonna shoot over par today.
Okay.
Come back next year, please. Come back. Watch your back.
That's what we did it.
What did we do? We both finished like 60th.
No, I finished 65th.
65th, huh? What did I finish? Like 40th?
But hey, first PGA Tour event in the books. We shot 1 under the weekend. I shot 72 today. It wasn't pretty. Like, there's nothing about it. So this was probably the worst I've played in a month and a half, 2 months. But like,
yeah, you shooting over par, it was disappointing.
It was.
But the week was unbelievable. If you had told us on Monday when we show up here for the Pro-Am or whatever that both of us would make the cut, I think we would have
like,
absolutely, no, we would have taken it. Would have been like,
no,
yes.
you would have been like, no, you're kidding. Like,
no.
Both of us are making, like.
I honestly, if we're being completely honest, I assumed that George was going to make the cut and I was going to miss the cut. Like, if I had to take money in Vegas.
But man, what it like, can't make up how insane this week was. But like, guys, the sport that I've seen online and from you guys watching and the comments have been unreal. Like, it's pushed me, it's encouraged me. But then like, it showed me, you guys have been telling me for a year, like, hey, you're good enough to compete out here. And I saw it this week. Like, I didn't even have, I feel like, it's probably B game. I played good, obviously, but it wasn't like it's been in Q school. And so it's leaving me here very encouraged and kind of like a little more hungry, but not like, I don't want to get too hungry.
Definitely not more humble. Definitely not more humble. I feel like this year the Beast thing is only going to elevate for the next month. We need January 1 to get here quick, like real quick.
It's going to be a reset. Anyway, guys, we're going to dive in more when I can actually think about diving into the round, talk about what this week meant. But for now,
Why don't you just go ahead and outro it?
Hold on, boys.
Hey,
Kamiko's the MVP.
Pleasure.
No, Johnny's MVP. Johnny watched us all four rounds.
It was great having you boys, though.
Yeah. Kamiko,
appreciate it. Wesley,
dude,
you
this
won
guy right
first
here.
year. George, second year, got through in his first tour event. First
yeah.
start. So.
Yeah, no, this week was cool. Again, I made cut. 1 for 1. But guys, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. And as always, I mean, if you've gotten this deep, right, but I'm saying if you've gotten this deep in the video and you have not already pushed the subscribe button or the notification button, shame on you. Shame on you. Because only the real make it this far. And you know, if you're watching, you're one of the real.
Well, we did it. How about that? We just completed 4 rounds on the PGA Tour. We survived the week. We shot 69, 68, 69, 72. If you told me a month ago when we got the sponsor exemption that my highest round on tour at a super windy golf course would have been 72, I'd be like, okay, like I'll take it. If you would have told me I would have made the cut, I'd be like, you're lying, but I'll take it. And if you told me I would have shot 3 straight rounds in the 60s, again, like this whole week's been a fairy tale of things that I believe deep down that I could, like my game's good. Playing good, like, but I didn't know how I'd be able to handle the pressures of the PGA Tour. But like everything I did far exceeded anything I could have ever imagined and dreamed in my first ever PGA Tour event. I kind of gave you guys a recap of the round. I think, I'm not sure, my mind has been going a million miles a minute, but this week has left me, like, in the short time I thought about, like, extremely encouraged. Like, I've never been more happy or pleased with my golf game than I am this week and right now in this moment. But it's also inspired me a whole bunch because I've seen that I can hang with PGA Tour players playing. They do this for a living. They play week in, week out. Their games are dialed. And I beat half the field. I didn't hang with the upper. 24 was the winning. Camilo Villegas absolutely dominated. A bunch of guys were from 24 to like 15 and 16. I maybe could have gotten there, but again, I beat half the field. I held my own and shot 6 under over 4 rounds at a very blustery. I mean, it's not the hardest golf course, but the wind is blowing. So my game is there, and I create videos full time. Like, I've been practicing and working on the game, but like, I film YouTube videos. And so like, a little more work over the next few months and few weeks. We have Q School in 2 weeks. I really believe my game, it can reach a level that it's not even at right now, which is crazy, I know, but like, I don't know. This has been a freaking weird, cool, wild week. You can probably see that now, honestly, in the way I'm doing this recap. Like, I'm all over the place. I can't really formulate like coherent thoughts, but we just spent 3 practice rounds and 4 tournament rounds on the PGA Tour. So what a ride. But yeah, guys, like, let's go highlights of the week real quick. 3 come off the top of my head right now. Birding the first hole of my PGA Tour debut was pretty crazy. Like, the way I did it, I was extremely nervous. I couldn't even really think straight, feel anything on the first tee shot. Hit it down there, hit a great wedge shot 20 feet, and then cash it. I mean, you can't make that up. And then, like, to finish the back 9, so playing my last 11 holes 5 under to make the cut was something that, I mean, I'm just honestly really proud of. Like, I didn't think, like, that took a lot mentally to stay in the fight being 2 over early, to then come back and shoot 5 under on your last 10 holes with the pressure on. That was really cool. But then holing out the chip in that you guys saw on hole 7 of the 3rd round was absolutely ridiculous. You know, we were just reeling, we were struggling, got back to even, and then bam, hole out, 2 under. And it was not like it was an easy hole out either. My goodness. You know, those 2 moments were cool, you're playing PGA Tour event, but one of probably the coolest moment though was me and Wesley have never played in a PGA Tour event together. To do it the same week, the same tournament, and then be paired so close to each other. The 3rd round, I was teeing off, I was about to hit my tee shot, and I look up and Wesley's finishing out on the green. And I was like, you know what, this is just really cool. Like, seeing your brother, you know, I've watched him play numerous PGA Tour events over the last, few years, but to be competing in the same tournament which I've watched all these years, to do it with him side by side and go toe to toe, have these fun little battles, is something you really can't describe. And so that was probably one of the coolest moments. But yeah, just being here with Wesley, I know we give each other hard times and rib and jab, but like, at the end of the day, we're each other's biggest fan. And to do this week with him is something that honestly words can't describe, and it's probably going to be hard to ever top unless we're going toe-to-toe with the Masters or something ridiculous like that. So, in conclusion here, we're going to wrap this video up. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me and Wesley on this journey. We're not done. We're just getting started. Who knows? Maybe this Open, you guys showed up and showed out online, and y'all probably made some sponsors and some other PGA Tour events take notice. And who knows, we might have another sponsor exemption come our way next year. I'm inspired to keep working on and getting better. But man, we love y'all. We're thankful. Shout out to the Butterfield Bermuda Championship for believing in us, for taking a chance on a guy that produces YouTube videos, creates content to come be a part of the tournament. We're forever grateful. And guys, we'll see y'all next time.